Welcome back to SV Ramble On. Today we're back in the head for another project, and one of the things I need to do is finish up all the wood trim strips and install the shower. We tore out all the shower stuff and all the plumbing when I remodeled the bathroom, and now it's time to put this back together. We usually shower up at the marina shower, but now it'd be nice to be able to have a shower when we're anchored out. So what we got is one of these shower wand things that goes on a bar, and it's adjustable height, and I need to bolt this through the wall, hook up the shower valve on the inside of the cabinet on the other side, and hook this thing up to the shower. So let's get started. So here's the shower valve, and what I had to do here is make a mounting plate for it so it can mount inside this locker back behind the head, and that sets the depth for the snout of the shower valve to come out, and it needs to stick out just enough where the blue tape goes. So what I did was calculate all the spacing and everything for the thickness of the plywood, and made a little thing. It's just scrap of oak and an aluminum L bracket, and now I'm going to put that thing in. This thing goes back in here inside this locker behind the port settee. There's where the old shower valve is. You can see the hole right there, and the split strip between the two layers of formica, top and bottom, inside the head. I drilled a little test hole right here just to find out where I am to get my location correct. So I'm going to get this bracket installed, and then I can drill the hole for the shower valve to stub out to the other side. Alright, now I just want to stick a couple of screws through the front side at the seam that's going to get covered up with teak. This will all get covered up with teak. Now I'll just use this to pilot through my hole saw. And I want to pilot the 4 bolt holes also. I want to cut the formica round from this side. So the blue tape was just a reference line to get me where I need to be. Now, punch through for the shower outlet right here and get the other thing installed. So now I got to drill the hole for this thing. This is the chrome adapter that fits on here, and the shower hose goes up to the pole riser. So I piloted a hole through here in the center. So that's the thing about drilling through plywood, is it splinters on the back unless you drill it from both sides, especially with the paddle bit. So this hole is big enough to fit the fitting, and hopefully I have room to tighten it, and that'll be the shower outlet. So the pole bracket goes up here, and it uses quarter inch hardware, and just so happens on the other side of the bulkhead wall here, a previous owner drilled some holes through the teak, and there's one of them that lines up perfectly at the bottom that I'm going to utilize. So of course I'll have to decorate the hardware on the outside, but right here, this looks like a good spot to mount the shower rod. So the first thing I'll do, I'm going to pilot a hole right through the middle here. I'm a big fan of T-nuts and blind fasteners. I used them on the dinghy engine mount. These ones, I'm going to recess them flush. They've got little teeth on them that bite into the wood, and then I'll make some sort of cover up out of teak that matches the interior here, and then I'll varnish those to match. Let's go out on the other side and drill some holes. So here's the existing hole I was talking about. And I think they had a grab rail or a towel bar or something, because there's another one right here on the inside of the storage shelf above the locker that everything plumbs into. And for the shower bar, I piloted a little tiny hole through right here. So I'll have to put some sort of teak plug over this and some sort of teak plug over this. So let's get to mounting. And this is why I don't throw away old pieces of wood, because you never know when you're going to need them. So what I got to do in order to use that Forstner bit to drill and countersink that 3/4 inch piece of hardware, this fits into there, but I want it to sit flush and actually recessed a little bit. So I got to make a new center point. So take this thing and I whittled it down a little bit. And I'm going to take a hammer, jam it in, and then cut it off. So what I got now is a new plug in the wall that I can use as a center point to drill with a Forstner bit. This is a spiked T-nut. It's got points on the end. And I'm going to put that thing in. That's going to sit flush, actually a little bit recessed. And then I can put a teak cap over top of that. So pound it in to make the teeth bite. Then I'll take the drill on the inside. Alright, so I got the mounting hardware flush, and like I said, I'll cut a little teak plug to cover these up, sand it, varnish it, all that good stuff. So now we mount the rod. I'm going to put the screw in, and I'm going to start from the bottom and let gravity help me out. Okay, there's that one. And the upper one. And this is where the shower head will go. And these get little chrome caps to go over top of them once I get everything plumbed in. What I need to do is make a teak trim ring